Since the Academy of Arts, Careers, and Technology opened as a 4-year high school about 7 years ago, the school's success is rightfully due to those who have led it. One of those leaders was Robert Sullivan. Mr. Sullivan has served as the principal of AACT for 2 going on 3 years this June. During his career, he has made a lasting impact on tens of thousands of students, and most recently the students who attend AACT. This year will be his last year serving the school district as he is retiring in June of 2015.
I had the opportunity to work with thousands of young adults who I still am close with many of them. I watch and continue to watch from afar and will continue to watch from afar.
Robert Sullivan's career as an educator did not follow the typical path for a high school principal. After graduating from Bishop Manogue High School, Sullivan didn't have plans for after college.
Somewhere back in 1977-78, somebody saw something in me.
He was attending UNR when he was asked to return to Manogue to coach basketball.
Had me go in an area in which was education, because that's not my intent or where I was intending to go. As all of you have dreams and goals, and that was really not where I wanted to go.
After serving at many other high schools, such as assistant principal at Pine Middle School, North Valleys High School, Reno High, and as well as principal at Reno High, Sullivan decided to serve his last 3 years at AACT. He has made a huge impact on the students over these few years.
Since Mr. Sullivan has taken over as principal, the school has been excellent. At the beginning, it was a little rough road because the kids had to go through a transition from one principal to the next. But as the students have become to know Mr. Sullivan, they have come to find out that he's a person who truly cares about their future.
It's been really good. It's a very positive atmosphere, and you can tell that he really cares about his staff and he cares about the kids, and it's just been a really fun experience working with somebody who really loves the kids and loves what he does.
Sullivan has indeed encouraged high academic excellence and maturity in his students and has a very serious exterior.
I was very used to his style since I worked with him at Reno High School, and so I was very accustomed to what I would find here at AACT, and it's what I'm used to: high academic excellence and expectation for kids.
Mr. Sullivan has been here all his life, so he has a lot of contacts that has helped our school grow and become a school where everyone knows who we are versus a school that no one had ever heard of us.
He has had his fair share of silly moments.
When Mr. Sullivan was fairly new to the school, he went into the storeroom and he locked himself in because he didn't know it was a double lock, and so he thought you walk in, it's easy to walk out. And so he had to stay in there for about 5 minutes knocking until somebody finally found out that the principal was locked in the storeroom.
First time I ever met Mr. Sullivan was at a football game when my son was playing, and he walked on in his 3-piece suit and his shoes, and he did not budge the whole time and sat there with that stoic look, and I thought, oh my. But he was the nicest person when you actually talked to him.
I taught ESL, so I was in charge of the ESL kids, and every year they had to take a test to make sure that they were learning more and more English. And so the district had told Mr. Sullivan that we had to bring our test scores up. So he gathered all of the ESL students and he put them in the library, and he said, as he was pacing in his usual form, in his deep voice, he said, "Kids, you need to do really well in this test or they're going to fire me." And I was translating to the kids in Spanish, and they were all like, "Oh!" They were so scared that if they didn't do well in their test that Mr. Sullivan would get fired.
When he first got here, he would joke about a bag of money that he used to have, or that he wants to have. And so I told him that when he found his bag of money, I wanted Bose speakers in my office and a couch so that kids were comfortable when they came in. And so every time he, jokes around with me, he's like, "I'm still working on trying to get those Bose speakers."
The 2015 graduating class of AACT, as well as Mr. Sullivan's associates, would like to acknowledge all of his hard work and are thankful for all the work he has put in over the years.
Thank you for being such a great principal, and thank you for doing everything that you do for the students.
So, Mr. Sullivan, I'll tell you again, I will follow you anywhere. So after you retire in your next career, if you would save a place for me and hire me again, I'd really appreciate it.
I would just like to tell him that he has been an awesome boss, and he really has made a difference at the school and with a whole bunch of kids and a lot of stuff. And so I'm definitely going to miss him, and I hope that he enjoys retirement but doesn't forget about us.
Mr. Sullivan, we will miss you extremely because you are an awesome person, and I love you very much. Have a wonderful retirement.
During his last years as a principal, Robert Sullivan has helped make the Academy of Arts, Careers, and Technology a 5-star school, been given the Principal of the Year award 3 years running, and has led a countless number of students to graduation and helped them to reach their full potential.
I will miss the people. I will miss what the place stands for. I will miss the joys, the tears, the heartbreaks, the good times, the bad times, everything that you experienced in those times there.